I've travelled across some amazing countries by motorcycle, but of all the places I've been, there's really nothing quite like
Indonesia, the land of adventure.
This looks like two-stroke. Bang! So much power. There's a lot of power there.
For 2016, I'm invited as a special guest to attend Indonesia's 3rd annual Moto Adventure Safari in Garut, West Java. And in true Indonesian style, I'm expected to make a grand entrance. Wow, 70 riders and 3 epic days on this exotic island. It's a real honour to join such a passionate group of motorcyclists. But before the Moto Adventure Safari gets underway, I have the privilege of teaching my new Indonesian friends a few tricks on how they can get the most out of their motorcycle.
Tonight, you look on Google, adventure, what does this mean?
Teaching by example is the best way. The Indonesians can pick up the skills really quick. But these big adventure bikes are so heavy, I figure they can benefit from a little recovery technique too. The lunch break is catered like a wedding feast of traditional Indonesian food, a real treat for myself and our foreign guests. Most of these guys have never taken their sparkling clean bikes off-road before. It's so cool to see them discovering what their machines are actually built for. To my right is Akbar Nusantara, organiser of the Indonesian Moto Adventure Safari. Right now, he wants to take a small group of experienced riders up through the mountains. Our plan is blown wide open though, and the entire group are coming with us. The enthusiasm of the Indonesians is really outstanding. Some of these guys are riding on road slick tyres, and these trails are rocky and greasy. It's really satisfying for me to see these guys exploring the capabilities of their bikes now. Traditional festivities, some fun and games with the riders, but most importantly, we're introduced to our lead riders, who are locals mounted on motocross bikes and will guide us through tomorrow's course in groups of 10. quick tea stop is a good chance to chat with the riders and interact with some quirky locals. So intrigued by the villages here. A simple, happy life bubbling away in every little corner of Indonesia's stunning landscape. And the farm life, so peaceful. It seems the Indonesians live harmoniously with the land. Our first lunch stop, set at the base of Mount Papandayan, one of Indonesia's many active volcanoes. And apparently, we've got permission to ride up it, if you can. It's pumping plumes of sulfur gas, and the rocks are covered in slippery sulfur. I think Akbar is leading me astray here. But then we find Kadek, one of Indonesia's top enduro riders, already here on the big KTM 1290. There's also an audience of riders who've walked up the volcano. I guess I have to keep going now. Rain is making it really difficult now, as Akbar struggles to get traction in the rocks. My eyes are starting to burn from the sulfur gas, but I think it's safe to say we're the first riders to put these big adventure bikes on top of Mount Papandayan. Let's get out of here, boys. Meanwhile, back at base camp, riders are gathering to fill their stomachs with another Indonesian banquet. Man, I'm starving. Let's eat. Fed and rested, we gather in our select group formations and prepare to head down the mountain. At times, the groups merge, but the guides know their riders like a shepherd knows his sheep. And yes, the bike on my left is a KX85, my guide's weapon of choice. also ride parks, but the registered bikes, you've got a lot more freedom. While some of us sit and enjoy the fruits of the forest, the rest of the crew are drinking sweet tea and cakes in this old clubhouse overlooking a golf course. No film crew. Yeah, nobody likes the sound of their own voice. But my Indonesian friends are big fans of my Moto Nomad adventures and insist on bringing me up for a bit of Q&A. Like what age I first started riding. For you guys, riding a motorcycle at 15 is a late starter. Because from what I can see, when you are born, you're put on a motorcycle in Indonesia. A few of the guys here are also intrigued as to how I managed to capture Moto Nomad without a film crew. The trip was 7,000 Ks, but it's probably more like 8,000 because we get back, forth. After a few Moto Nomad DVDs are awarded and we're treated to another mesmerising dance, it's time to hear from the real celebrity on tour, Mr. Yuk Tanzil, a father leading his children across Indonesia by motorcycle to capture the wonder, beauty and the realities of their very own country, all of which is broadcast across Indonesian television. Through his documentaries, Yuk gets to share his love for Indonesia with his children and the rest of the world.
1,000 more languages. Indonesia, the land of adventure.
It seems motorcycles are the life force of Indonesia, pumping through the streets like blood in your veins. And if you need spare parts for your bike, like tyres, tubes, or even fuel, you'll find it almost anywhere.
Ah, the whiskey bottle. Is that an Indonesian whiskey bottle?
Yeah, the local whiskey bottle.
Why is the petrol blue?
Well, the lowest grade is not colored, just natural yellow.
Yeah.
This is the medium grade, blue, and
Yeah.
the top grade is red. So
Red.
They dye it just to.
Just to show the difference in grade.
Yes.
Anytime's a good time for a smoko break, especially when the views are this good. But further up the mountain, something special awaits. A volcanic lake simmering with bubbles of sulfur gas. The lake is hidden by a dense jungle, but a winding trail leads us out to a place of ultimate relaxation.
This is a sulfur bath, like a mild battery acid bath, and it's basically sulfur from the lake diluted with fresh water from the mountain, but it's actually steamy, it's hot.
There's really no better way to cleanse yourself from the stench of moto gear than with a good acid dip. Just another experience in the wonder of Indonesia. What great memories this country has given me. The people, the food, the music, the landscape. It's such a fun place. And while I can't speak their language, I'll always feel at one with Indonesia while I'm rolling on a motorcycle.
For me, just being in Indonesia is a real adventure because it's such a mysterious place. It's so different from where I come from. The landscape, the food, the sights, the sounds, the smells of everything, and just the Indonesian way of life. It's more spiritual than a lot of other countries that I've been to. So even without being on a motorcycle, just being in Indonesia is a real adventure.